Well, boys, we hit the jackpot this time.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome back. And today I'm bringing you guys another daily range case study on none other than NAS100. So without further ado, let's get right on into this video. So the first thing I want you guys to be paying attention to is the 3-point outline that I always like to do. So from this previous Saturday, this is going to be our previous Thursday price action, which is our previous high from Thursday. Then we're going to get our previous day's low from Thursday. And if you guys might notice, the first thing I noticed is that both the previous day's high and the previous day's low both had false breaks. And what does that mean? It means that once price came below the previous day's high and previous day's low, it literally just went the other direction. So it's just another way of saying that price kind of just ranged, to be honest with you. So if you see, just like this, even though we closed below, we cleared both the highs and the low, which is, in my opinion, just an inside day, even though price didn't really move either way. So next thing we're going to do is we're going to mark up that previous day's Asian session range, and we're going to see on how price reacted with this specific area and price. And then we're going to get that 12 a.m. open, which is going to be right here. So there's a few areas that I want you guys to pay attention to. One is going to be this high, second one's going to be this high, third one's going to be this high, fourth one's going to be this low. And these are going to be our main important areas. So we're going to start off with this high up here. Why is this high important? Because for one, this is the high of the day that we got at 4 in the morning. So we got the high of the day at 4 in the morning. We also had a false break of the previous day's high. And what do I mean by that? Price ran above this previous day's high, cleared the liquidity, and went the other direction. So that's one confirmation we had. And also, what else do we see? Is there there's big figure levels in here. We came up to 14,650. I'm not going to mark that up as a big figure level. That's a mid figure level, if anything. So I think this is going to be our main thing, just the false day. Oh, and we cleared the Asian session high, sorry. And the Asian range high was cleared also. So this is going to be our area up here. This is going to be our annotation for here. And this area is going to be important. So we're going to use this eclipse for in a second. But like I said, we cleared the Asian session high right here, ran above, and once we ran above, price immediately came below. And that just means that this was a false break, in my opinion. So now, why is this high important? Because for one, this is my setup right here. This is my bread and butter setup that I always like to take. I like to take these continuation trades. And what do I mean by this continuation trade? Simply, we got the high of the day during late London session. Then price came down, created a low during New York session. And then from here, now we're just going to draw our fib from that London high to this New York low. Just like this. We're going to get rid of the 38.20% level. And you can see price came right to the pip of this 62% on the fib short. And also, pay attention to where we are on price. This is at 14,600. So at 14,600, big figure level. Price came into the 62% of our fib short at what time? 7:30 in the morning. And if we go to a higher time frame, such as where there's no order blocks, in my opinion, that are going to be high probability. So we just have this fib short at 7 in the morning. So let's have that. We're going to annotate all this. So we had the fib short at 7 a.m. plus the rejection of 14,600. And also keep in mind, after we cleared this high, this is where price retraced right back into. It retraced right into that high of the Asian session, and that's when price started to move lower. And then from here, what happened? Price dropped. Doing what? Targeting this previous day's low. So at what time was this? 9:45 in the morning. So we have the low of the day at 9:45 a.m. Plus, we targeted the previous day's low. So we got this low of the day at 9:45 a.m. after targeting the previous day's low. We also got to pay attention to where we are price wise. Even though we didn't tap into it, we did come very close to this 14,300 level right here. So it is what it is. A lot of the time we're going to miss levels like this, but it's just part of the game. So we have this low of the day, 9:45 a.m. after targeting the previous day's low. And from here, we got another retracement up to here. So let's annotate that also. So where are we going to draw this fib that I'm about to draw? From this move up here that created this move, so right where this move started, we're gonna pull another fib. Just like that. And as you can see, another clean move to the pip. And this isn't the only confirmation. Look at where we are and price again. 14,500 big figure level. So these confirmations keep on adding up. They just keep adding up. So let's annotate this. At what time was this? 12:15. So at 12:15 p.m. we got the fib short at 14,500 big figure level. Can't see my keyboard. At 14,500 big figure level. And what else do we have? We had the fib, big figure level, that, and that's really the only confirmations we had in right here. But this could have been a potential re-entry. So if you would have missed these trades up here, you would have got a potential re-entry right up here. Even though it's a little bit later in the day, price still ran below. And if you simply would have had your stop loss maybe somewhere above the 62% or somewhere 50 pips away from 550, so maybe above this high almost, and targeted this low, you could have simply been out of that trade, because once this low got targeted, you ideally would have wanted to take something off. And that's why you always take partials at these areas. But even though the market ended up closing at that time, I personally didn't take advantage of that move, and I personally didn't take a trade this day, because for one, by the time it was in my time to trade around 9 o'clock, price was already moving, and I could tell that the setup already happened, and I'm not going to try and force the setup. And by the time this was here, I wasn't looking at the charts no more, so it is what it is. So now let me draw the schematic of what happened. We have the Asian session arranged. Price ran above, clearing the high, came down, created that low during the New York session, had the retracement, and then price continued going lower. So this is a clean example of a bearish London continuation, and this shows you that it's not always going to happen at the time that I trade. So even though my setup did happen this day, I missed it because it came at a different time. So that's something that you're always going to learn. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to screenshot this. I'm going to send it in my Telegram chat. And if you're not in the Telegram chat, make sure you join it. The link is in the description of this video. And with that being said, this is all I have for you guys today. This was the daily range of Friday, today's the 10th, so I think it was the 8th. Yeah, I think it was the 8th, April 8th. So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully I was able to show you how I personally view the market and the things that it does. And I'm just telling you guys, these setups happen every single day, every single week. You just got to do the back testing and see that they happen, so that you gain the confidence to execute on these trades. So with that being said, hopefully this video was helpful. Like, comment, subscribe if it was. Stay motivated by the fear of being average. And I'll see you all tomorrow for my live trading session. Stay productive. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you all tomorrow.